Regardless of whether you ride with a bit or bitless, you've most likely got a noseband on your bridle in one form or another. And this is really easy for you to fit yourself at home. So I'm going to show you 2 ways that you can make sure your noseband is fitted to the best of its ability. Now, many of you will be familiar with the horse's skull. So let's look at some of the really important structures of the horse's skull and how they can be affected by the noseband. First up, let's look at the infraorbital foramen. Now, this is where some really important structures exit the internal skull area and come out onto skin level. This includes your infraorbital nerves, your transverse facial vein, and although it doesn't exit here, you also need to think about the nasolabial-levator muscle, as it covers the same sort of area. Now, to test for this and avoid those structures, we run our fingers down the facial crest, which is part of the maxillary bone. We're then going to place 2 fingers underneath the end of the crest. Your noseband should fit underneath those 2 fingers. The next part we're going to look at is the nasal bone, and particularly the nasal peak. Now, this is a more commonly known area to be careful of with your noseband, and also the area that can give most people anxiety when it comes to bitless. So let's have a look at how to fit a noseband here safely. Running your fingers down the nasal bone, you will suddenly feel it indent. Now, this is where you have run out of bone and is the lowest point for your noseband. And we can now see the gap in which we've got to put our noseband. Transferring this back to our skull, you can actually see where the noseband needs to sit to avoid both these structures. But note that this is going to be different in every horse. Some are going to give you more space, some are going to give you less. And that's where you need to be measuring each horse and deciding whether you've got the best noseband for the horse.